everyone. I hope traders and investors alike were green on Friday. Well, in this video, we're going to do our best to recreate our trading room from Friday, from the action that we were following, talk about how we traded the SPY. I actually trade SPX off of these levels, but we still have members trading the SPY. And just so SPY is the main chart that we follow. We follow a lot of other charts as well, but SPY is the main chart that we follow. So let's talk about some of the things that we knew coming into Friday morning. We knew that we closed Thursday would give us a evening star on the SPY chart. We were actually expecting to pull back in. This week, we also know that it's options expiration Friday. Sometimes that the market can actually ramp and push on options expiration Friday, so that's always on the radar. We knew that we had some job numbers coming in, and we had broke this downtrend here that we have been trading in for 2 days, which has given us the evening star. So we had broke that and pushed up on some numbers that had come out in pre-market. So the market was trying to push at market open. This is our first 5-minute candle, and which we did open up and pull back. So we do have the 5-minute. The 5-minute MA is on for the 5-minute time frame chart. When we go look at other time frames, I will be turning that time frame off, or that moving average off, only watching it on the 5-minute time frame. So we also had some flow issues coming in. One of my suppliers actually had an update and give us some interference there on some of the flow we were coming in. We could tell it was bullish, but we didn't really have the greatest breakdown rated open. And then, struggled to keep up coming in late, so hopefully we can get that problem resolved as well. But we did, our first candle did open up and pull back. So we're going to get started. This is going to be our second 5-minute candle. Now remember, taking out your first 5-minute candle is a sign of strength, and that works for bullish or bearishness. In this case, we did take this trend line out, and we are looking to pull back into it here. Your second 5-minute candle was taken out by your first 5-minute candle, so that's a sign of strength to the downside. This MACD does look great here on this push up, but as for price action wise, looking pretty bearish here, coming back down. We know we got a gap here, so you can see your 5-minute time frame diving right into your 5-minute 5 here, very close here, trying to get this gap filled, very, very close. So this trend line really is not in play. It looked like it was going to be, and I actually got a trade going back up on this, but was not in play as well as I was hoping. And you can see price action come down. That gap is filled at this point. So let's go take a look at our 1-minute chart. You can see the first original candle gapped up, snatched back. You can see a nice recovery there, but this level stayed. We did push up and put in a new high, but we could not get a candle to close over that opening down candle there, that opening gap up. And you see we've pulled back. Looked like it was going to respect this trend line, coming back down and pull back, and then just it slammed right through it there. But you can see this little downtrend broke right here. Nice candle. So this is it's a very piercing line candle. It's not quite a bullish engulfing, because it didn't engulf the previous candle, but very, very strong bullish candle here. Momentum candle, pushing you back up, getting you back above all your moving averages. And like I say, the 5 should not be on. I have not really started to talk about the Bollinger Bands yet, but the Bollinger Bands are very useful for me, and we use them. There's a lot of little tricks, and we have not started to cover that here, but you could see this pinch coming out of this area with your Bollinger Bands and pushing right up into them. I'm going to turn them back off. Go back to the 5-minute time frame. That 5 back on, and you can see we broke this little downtrend here. This candle right here started to break that little downtrend, getting back up above your moving averages on the 5. This MACD, you got your goose head there, looks great. We just looked at the 1-minute chart, looked good there, reclaiming your 5 on the 5 back above all your moving averages, trying to push back up. And so that was just a big fail, and you can see right here we put in a lower low. So you're looking for a downtrend, come back down to the gap once again, Right now you can start to see this little possible W pattern being put in, and at this point we would be watching for a possible trend break there of some sort. You can already start to see the W pattern. Now keep in mind, a W pattern can be bullish even with the lower low down here. We can still see a breakout, so there's always that chance. We did come back down, retest the gap levels, see if they'll hold. So far, trading in a pretty tight range. Struggling, took that downtrend out, popped right back below it, but respecting the moving averages. That's just how this action is trading right now. It's a little bit slower, and you got to give it a little more time for the setup. Still getting decent setups. We really are, but just got to give it a little more time. You can see this trend line just kind of snaked around it. You know, it was able to take it out and then pull right back. Found support in this area and trying to push back up there. Just that lines, you know, normally we could get more support off that area and it could be a little more helpful, but just this market, it's taking longer for them to set up. There's no other better way to put it. We just need to be a little more patient. And you can see the breakout coming after. It looked like a false breakout and like a small undercut rally right there, and trying to break back out. Beautiful breakout there, very nice. When you know you're trading in this tight of a range, you can see flag back in. This candle closed back above that area. That candle closed back above those candle bodies and was able to allow price to start moving. And you can see how it's rolling back over there on the 1 now. And trading in this action, let's go back to the 5. We know we need to keep, so trading in this tight action, we know we have to take keep taking profits here until we start to see the market range. We'd rather get it locked in until we break the range and looking for that big move. We know we need to keep profits locked in. It's a Friday after a decent move on the previous day, and we definitely blew the morning star by gapping up, so we've nowhere near confirmed it yet. To confirm that star, we would have to move below Friday's close, and we've not been able to do that yet, so we're not even looking for that type of move yet until that pattern's cleared to the downside. You can see respecting your 5-minute moving averages, struggling with them, tried to break out there, really thought the market was getting ready to go there and pull back again, just taking a little bit longer, trying to make the setup. We know the market did not have a whole lot of power. So let's go take a look at the one minute time frame. We did not have the help that we would like to have on flow. And just this time of year. So this time of year liquidity is really low, so we're just not seeing a lot of the moves being supported by flow as well. So just a lot less options liquidity into the market right now. And it's just really helpful when we get everything to line up. When the breath's moving, we're getting heavy call flow / bullish flow / bearish flow coming in to kind of support the moves. We just have not been getting that, and just have to be extra patient this month with this market. And you can see here on the 5, it's just kind of nodding up, very, very tight price action. Could see a nice breakout coming. You can start to see price rolling. So starting to move lower. At this point, you're watching your low for your first level to see if that level will hold for support. If you've not been able to take a trade in this action yet, then that would be a level you could start to build a plan on. Plan A, plan B. MACD is diving here, but you can start to see one lighter red histogram bar, just letting us know the momentum's possibly changing. Second, third, trying to push back up. So you can see the weakness on the move down. You can see this little downtrend broke here and reclaiming the 5-minute moving averages. At this point, when you're seeing action this slow, you have to give it time for a decent setup. So we're trying to push back up. You can look at this as a small trend break here, or you can wait for this level to be cleared, That would be, for your conservative traders, would be looking for a trending trade up there. That would where you'd be looking for a trade. You'd want to take out the opening. You can actually start to draw a box right around this action. Let's go back to the 1 here real quick. So we're trying to push up on the 1, and normally, like I say, the 5 would not be on here on the 1 minute chart, but we're flagging right back into the 9 on the 1 nicely. MACD's got pretty extended here. You can see the top of it changing character, so it looks like it may need to come in for a pinch. And once again, you know, we got the downtrend break. If you were to look at that as a downtrend, got a nice little downtrend break back above the 20, you know, taking back the 9 and the 20 on a good MACD, looking for a move higher. Very strong MACD there coming off this bottom. So that was screaming for a move up there, and my entry there would have been breaking back above this 9 and 20 and looking at this like a flag in this area, and this candle to me would have been breaking it, looking for a move higher there with a screaming MACD on that move. So let's hit play here on the 1 minute time frame a little bit, see how we're going to act on that flag. So watch the angle of your 9 here. So if you notice it wanted to roll back over, this is one of the things I talk about live all the time, is these very small details. Watch the angle of your 9 here, and in this case you could see it pushing back up. So you're kind of breaking a little flaggish type area in here. This is your next level to be cleared. You could see price acceleration if you clear that level. But you have to keep in mind you got all this overhead resistance, so this is really scalpers only until we were to clear that opening candle and clear this complete range. Would really be scalp type trades only. You know, for me, 1 minute trades, for some traders 4 or 5 minute trades, and then, you know, taking your profits and looking for another setup. On a day like today, what was shown, that's exactly what, you know, should be the mindset, is to come in here and focus on making some money. And this is not a big trending get rich type day, but definitely provides a lot of smaller, really nice profitable trades. And you can see the struggle right there at that area, tried to push up and clearly see it rolling over. And once again, this is just a case of the setups taking longer, but you can start to see your goose head here in your 9 and your 20. So let's go in and look at the 5. That's just something that we look for. We talk about that goose head looking pattern in the MACDs, and we talk about it in the moving averages all the time. So I want to turn the 5 back on the 5 minute time frame. You can see we're kind of flagging in here to the 5. And another thing we've been talking about is how we've been losing the 9 on the 1 constantly, and we're just flagging right back into the 5 on the 5, and then we're able to push again. So it's just something that we've been looking for in this environment. You know, we need to be able to adapt to the environment that we're trading in. And you can see we did manage to go a little bit higher there. But once again, you know, right back up into these areas, which need to be cleared at this point. I had a trend line right here like this. I was trying to watch that area right there, and we end up taking that out. So at this point, I was watching this like this, and was watching a trend line. We did not have the third touch point yet, but we had 2, and I'd had that drawn like that. But you could actually just draw a box. If you're looking for a trending type trade, you're really, you know, not looking to take a trade below here, just down at this level. You could just draw a box and let it break below here or break above there if you're looking for a trending trade. For me, being a scalper, you know, catching a rejection and coming back down can definitely be some interesting trades within this range. Very interesting trades within this range. And this right here, you can see we come back down, start flagging here, kind of bear flagging back up into your moving averages. Struggling, and you can see still at this point, still respecting that range, and you're getting your third touch point. And boom, just slam back down. And you can see the start of this pattern right here is a evening star right there, and we confirm that by breaking out, and that actually broke out of these downtrend. This provided some nice trades here as well. Now your very next target right here is right down to your low because you've been chopping. So that's your next target. Doesn't mean you got to get out of the trade, but definitely be ready to take profits in this area. You want to see what happens. For me, I take profits coming in. That's my target. Then if it breaks that level, I will definitely get back into it. If we go take a look at the 1 minute time frame, you can see here bear flagging. This 9 would not be on here, or I'm sorry, the 5 wouldn't be on. Trying to bear flag back up into the 9. Struggling with that 1 minute 9, trying to take it back there. Let's go back to the 5 on the 5. And bear flagging, we did, taking the 9 back on the 1, but still bear flagging back into your 5, trying to give us a morning star here. No confirmation of that, no candle close above that level yet, so no confirmation on the morning star. So that's just ended up being just a candle pattern. We did come into this level. As you can see, we're breaking that level. So as of right now, like I say, if you just were to draw a box, if we were to keep trading out of this level, you could look for a downward trade. But that's how we closed, and closing out of that range. So we could see some more downward movement coming into tomorrow. But of course, we're going to talk more about the this week's action in tomorrow's video. We will have a lot going on. Hopefully we can get a video out and cover the earnings and cover the Powell speech coming out. Hopefully we will see everybody tomorrow. Hope you find this video helpful and have a great day.